We're in the bottom half of the ninth inning as Foster starts it off here against Niekro. We've got Ray Shore, who's been looking at the Pirates for a while. Ray, it'll be the Reds in Pittsburgh for the first time since they met back in 1975. What would you say would be the big difference between this Pirate club as opposed to the clubs in the past that have had such good success?
Well, I think this particular club, Marty, Pittsburgh right now is really in bad shape as far as their pitching is concerned. I believe they had better pitching over the years and probably a little bit more just maybe a little bit more thunder. They've been playing real good ball, but when they miss Oliver and those type of guys, I think that we've played before, and I just feel like with their pitching and the shape it is, I think we got a real good shot. Even if it was good, I think we'd have a shot, but I think we got a good shot to beat them.
Foster swings on a 2-0 pitch and hits a very high fly ball back into deep left, and he's got number 30. That's the guy we got to get tuned up for these playoffs. He just shoots one out of here to deprive Phil Niekro of a possible shutout. He got her up in the air and out of here to straightaway left field. And in what could be Foster's final bat of the regular season, he goes out with a bang by hitting his 30th home run. And that is the 40th home run that Phil Niekro has allowed. Here's Harry Spillman as Bruce Benedict goes out to the mound to offer a brief word of encouragement for Phil, who I'm sure is a little bit upset over the fact that he won't get a shutout on this final day of the regular season. Spillman takes a pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Swung on, fly ball, left field. Barry Bonnell toward the line, glasses down, still on the move, and he makes a catch. One out, one in, and Rick Auerbach will be the batter. Rick was up in the 7th inning and grounded out to Bob Horner at third base. Pitch is in for a call strike. Of course, I don't think you'd ever get a club to admit it, but I think if the Pirates had a rooting interest in the National League West, it was most definitely Houston and not Cincinnati. I don't think they had any idea that they wanted to play the Reds. When you look back on what happened during the regular season, here's a 1-1 pitch. 2 balls and a strike. What has happened in postseason play in the past between the two clubs? If you'll recollect, in 1975, the Reds defeated the Pirates in 3 straight. Got them 2 here at Riverfront, went to Pittsburgh. Candelaria had a super game. I think Davey Concepcion took him out early in the 2nd inning. Pete Rose hit a home run in the 8th. Here's a bouncer foul by Auerbach, and it counts full. The Pirates tied it up in the 9th inning against Raleigh Eastwick. And then the Reds won it in the 10th inning when Griffey and Morgan had base hits. So they swept the Pirates 3 in a row in 75. And, well, these two clubs will have at it beginning on Tuesday night here. 3-2 the count on Auerbach with 1 out. There's a drive, hit back into left field, headed toward the wall. Bonnell out of here. Rick Auerbach goes into the home run trot. His first home run of the season. And it's a 7-2 ball game. Now, Rick Auerbach with his first home run, and this the final game of the regular season for the Reds. These 2 home runs here in the 9th give the Reds a total of 132 on the year. And now the batter, Ronnie Oster. Call strike. He swings and pops it up, but out of play behind the back plate. Strike 2. This one foul back. And a holding count of no balls and 2 strikes on Ron Oster, one of the young men honored in pregame ceremonies today. The annual awards presented by the Stroh Brewery Company to the most valuable players in each of the Reds farm clubs throughout the system. Pitch is low and outside. That's a ball, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's a bouncing ball right side. Up with the ball is Murphy. He goes to the bag to retire Oster, and there are 2 out. Well, Vic Corral steps in with 2 men out. And we understand we've been getting switchboard calls on this World Series announcement that I've made a couple of times today. I've been saying $1 handling charge. There is a $2 charge per order on tickets. Line drive to third base. Bob Horner has it, and that ends the ball game. So here in the 9th inning, the Reds got 2 runs on 2 hits. Home runs by Foster and Arbach. No errors and nobody left on. Final score, the Braves 7, the Reds 2. And we'll be back in just a moment. Well, the Atlanta Braves took the rubber match of this season-ending 3-game series this afternoon by winning it 7-2. Phil Niekro, at the moment, is the winningest pitcher in the National League in 1979 as he goes the distance for the 23rd time in 44 starts. He lost his shutout in the 9th inning when George Foster led off with his 30th home run, and 1 out later, Rick Auerbach also cranked one out of here to left, his first-round tripper of the season, and the final was 7-2. It was an afternoon of 6 pitchers getting in some work for the Reds. Bill Bonham started. He went 3. Mario Soto went 2/3 of an inning. Charlie Leibrandt an inning and a third. Doug Bear 2. Tommy Hume, Dave Tomlin 1 each. And it was simply a case of giving as many people as possible as much work as possible. After the Reds wrapped up the Western Division crown on Friday night, John McNamara used 4 pitchers yesterday and allowed 6 pitchers to get in some work here this afternoon. Braves had a couple of home runs. They got a solo homer in the 3rd from Bob Horner to give them at the time a 3-0 advantage after they got 2 runs across against Bonham in the 2nd. For Horner, that was his 33rd home run. And then Jerry Royster homered in the 6th inning off of Doug Bear. That was his 3rd home run of the season. Atlanta had 7 runs on 11 hits with no errors and 9 left. The Reds 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors, and 6 stranded. Niekro 21-20 over Bill Bonham 9-7. So as you heard the comments of John McNamara with the start of the game program with Joe Nuxhall earlier, a very gratifying season for the Reds in the sense that the Reds have accomplished what they set out to do at the least, and that is win the Western Division title. They will be working out here beginning at 4 o'clock tomorrow at the stadium, and then they'll have at it with the Pittsburgh Pirates here on Tuesday night in the 8:30 start of Game 1 of the League Championship Series. Tom Seaver will be the Cincinnati pitcher. Seaver will come in with a record of 16 wins and 6 losses, and the possible first-game starter for the Pittsburgh Pirates, hard-throwing right-hander Jim Bibby, who went 11-4 on the year for Chuck Tanner's club. We, of course, will be along with you on the Reds Radio Network. The pregame shows on Tuesday night will be getting underway here at 8 o'clock. Most of these same stations. Game time for game number 1 at 8:30. Once again, the final score today in a game that took 2 hours and 21 minutes to play before a crowd of 50,932. The Braves 7 and the Reds 2.